Hello, and welcome to the soon-to-be shop. I thought I'd do something a little different, give you all a look of what's happening off camera. So what you're seeing here is the before of everything. Now you'll have to excuse me as there's not a lot of footage of the actual work being done. Filming just slows everything down. End of day 2, and the wall is up with some shoddy drywall work, but I'll patch it and it'll be fine. I had initially thought about bringing the wall out to this level here and going straight across, but I decided I was going to put shelving on this wall for storage. There's a set of shelves back there that I need to move from out there to in here. Those will go along this wall, and those shelves are 2 feet deep. And right here, I have 2 feet between the door and the wall. And that's just gonna be a little close, especially parking a car in here. So I pushed it back about 6 inches. So it just gives a little bit of extra room, which with the way stuff was packed in here earlier, that's the same amount of room I already had, so I'm not losing anything there. So this is the current mess I'm dealing with now. You can tell back there, there's an air hockey table, foosball table. Had those since I was a kid. Futon here. This needs to go. There's a coffee table back here that needs to go. There's a coffee table back there that I built that I need to tear apart because it's falling apart because you can't ignore wood movement like some farmhouse style plans on the internet say you can. See, I got a router table back there. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's probably going to the storage. There's a sander here. I don't get to use that often. I don't think that's going to be able to stay in here because you can see there's not that much room. It's not that wide. This shelf is what I need to tackle now, and I got to figure out how to get it out of here, which means I have got to take all of this stuff out first. And with any luck, I'm actually hoping I can get that up on, I have some wheeled carts. I'm hoping I can get this up on wheels, and then I can just scoot it out, because I don't want to have to take it apart. We're now at the very end of September. I've just had the heating and cooling people come out, give me an estimate on what it would cost to have a mini split put in. It'll go somewhere on this wall. So I need to heat and cool the room here, which is 15 long, 10 wide. And then on the other side of that wall, there's another room that needs to be cooled that is 8 long and 10 wide. That is currently a gym. And I may swap the gym with the current shop and then expand into that room. All right, so a quick update. I have heat and air now. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty quiet. With any luck, the next shot in here will be with a new floor. All right, first day of laying the floors is done. Got 3 in. This one took the longest to get leveled. And then there's another one over there that didn't take nearly long. This one took even less time. So there's foam down on the whole floor to help with some insulation and heating and cooling. This shouldn't take, so in that corner, that is the high corner. And from there to there, it drops, it's 1.5 inches. And from this corner to that corner, it's 1 inch. And from this corner to that corner, it's like 2.5. So this should all of the OSB is level. So that's all of one day. Next weekend, hopefully we'll be able to get the rest of this finished here. And with any luck, I can cut and break through this this wall and create a door opening, and then fill in this here, this wall, because I'm not going to put the door there. And then after that, I need to insulate this wall and drywall everything. And then over here, there was plywood covering all of this. You can still see a little bit up there. I don't know if I'm gonna put the plywood back or if I'm going to drywall that. All right, another weekend done. So we ended up, finished up the floor. This originally was gonna be the doorway here. Closed that in and decided to change it. This wall existed already. So pulled all the, it was covered in plywood, pulled it all down and opened up the door here, or an entryway here. So this will be the new entryway into the shop. On this side, you can see there is the gym. And so the door, if I want to get into the shop, I'm just using the door that already existed. I haven't decided what's going to happen on the gym side next. I think what's good, what the plan at the moment is get this side completely done, up and running. Then I can decide if I need more room. And if I need more room, then I will tear into the basement to turn it into a gym. And I mean, this is a long-term project. This is a multi-year project, I think. The next step, I don't know if it'll be part of this video, but the next step is I need to fix this electrical because that is not right. That should be in conduit. I'm going to fix that. And then we're going to run a sub panel that's going to come down somewhere in this region. So I need to find a sub panel, get all the wire, run all the wire. And then probably before that happens though, I need to insulate here and drywall. I need to this wall technically doesn't need insulation, but I've already done it all because that was an existing wall. And originally, the gym was just its own thing. This doesn't technically need any insulation, but it's already in there and I'm not going to pull it out because that's just a hassle. Extra additional content. Figured I can give you a shop tour of the current shop. So this is what it normally looks like. This is the no glue all joinery cabinet. This has all of my what do you want to call it? The carving gouges. That and then got a bunch of a couple hammer prototypes up there. My panel gauge. Another joinery hammer, but I kind of messed it up. You can see it's going off at an angle, so I'm gonna redo that. An early project. Some shaker pegs. Tool chest. I need to keep room for that. Tormex sharpener. That's going out to the new shop. Drill rack. That should go. I should have the space for it. This is cabinet with finishing supplies in it. And I don't like this. This is on the cut list. If there's room, I might take it for something, but this is probably not going to go out there. My joiner, which currently does not work. This will not go to the new shop. I don't use it that often. For flattening, I'm using this Olmia plane, but I put a big camber on it. I'm using that basically like a scrub plane. My plan is to make a 4 plane, an FORE plane, 4 as in B4. So it'll be wooden, and it'd be about the size of a number 6 if you're using the Stanley system. But those can hog off material and keeping things flat, and I'm going to use that I think in place of a joiner. It'll just speed up the efficiency of everything. So I'm going to buy a new stand for this. It's much smaller, so space is at a premium in the new shop. So this will go out there. I got the Sherline lathe, that'll go out there. The bandsaw will move out there. It's going to end up being on wheels though, just in case I need to move it. I think it'll go near the door, so I can open up the door if I need more in-feed and out-feed space, because that's part of the problem is you got to account for in-feed and out-feed. This bench, there's several videos, early videos on making this bench. That will not go out there. In fact, I don't even think I can get it out the door because this bench was built before this wall was built. We put the wall in because this was just open, so all the noise and dust and everything would just go up the steps. So this bench, I don't think is going to go out there. I'm going to have to tear it apart to get it out of here. I'll recycle it and use it for something else. This will go. I'm keeping the drill press and this metal bandsaw. This tool chest will go as well. See, this was an early project. Saw rack, that'll go. So my hammer rack. I think this was done it was a YouTube Shorts video. That'll go out there. This was an early project. It was made, no glue on this one, just all joinery. It's cluttered. It's unfortunately cluttered, but that's a big reason is why there's just not, I just haven't found a place to put things, right? Like this drill down here. I don't have a place to put the drill, so it goes there. And same for that one. Don't have a place for put a drill, so it goes on the floor. Same with this. This is the tote I made. This was another project. This has held up remarkably well. I throw my batteries in that, and then I haul those outside so I can mow and stuff. Bench, I've just got stuff piled underneath the bench because, again, I just don't have places for them. So all that needs to go outside somewhere. And that's the plan is before it gets moved, before I move everything, I'm going to make sure there's a spot for everything. Oh, the big thing I want to try to get is, so I have my bench. The bench works really well for when you're working on stuff. It doesn't work so well when you're trying to complete stuff. So this is a set of winding sticks. That video should already be out by now. And that takes up the whole bench, and while I'm trying to let these dry, then there's nothing, you're done. Can't really use anything else. This is another project. This is a Limbert waste paper basket. And again, I just don't have anywhere to put stuff as I'm working on it. Like, these are just obviously sitting on a trash can because that's the only spot I had for them. So that's one thing I want to try to figure out if I can make is some type of assembly table, just so as I am working on things, there's just not spots to put them while I'm doing other things on them. Like this one, I had a giant void through here that I'm experimenting using epoxy to fill, but this takes time for it to dry and cure. So this is like I can do a pour and then I got to let it sit for a couple days, and then I can do another pour and let it sit for a couple days. So yeah, as an assembly table is one of the main problems I need to solve in the shop, and I've got to get one out there just so I have room to put stuff as I'm done working on it, so I can keep moving along. Rambled on, and this could be a bitch to cut and make coherent, so I'm going to stop it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around this far. A major departure from most of my videos, because normally I don't talk, and this is kind of one where I didn't really show anything. This was very much of, I'm getting this done, and we're not, and I wanted to be respectful of
At least with the floor and with this stuff, I wanted to be respectful of other people's time. And filming just slows everything down. So thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one. Postscript. All of the drywall is up.